well.
That's perfect.
Do you like it in here?
Very insular,
It's
lovely.
very- yeah,
So
it's
that's a
lovely.
beautiful little room, especially think of the summer or spring, or even when it's raining outside,
Yeah.
and you're in that tiny little micro room, okay,
I know.
with the no, it is a furrow bowl
Yeah,
painting,
it is
and
furrow,
it's
yeah.
lovely. It's like
Yeah.
a little garden,
Yeah.
private garden, but
Well, we try to
protected.
do is get the whole, so you can be out here in the summer, and this is a perfect aspect for the sunshine in the morning, so you can have morning coffee here all year round, and we want to try and extend the season so you can use it in the autumn and the spring and even the winter too, because we've got sheepskins, we've got blankets, we've got heating, so I'm hoping.
And where's the red wine?
Yeah, where's the wine? I can see it out
It's
there
going,
actually, so I can
it's
see it
going.
out there. So thank you ever so much for chatting to me.
Yes.
I would like to talk to you first of all about your book, and also about the pub here, which is actually my local. I have been coming here drinking underage from the age of 16.
Underage.
Underage.
Oh, la, la,
In those days,
that's,
it wasn't such a big issue.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
good.
been part of my.
Yeah.
I feel really lucky to be involved
Mhm.
in the design of some of the garden here, because it's been my local for a long time, and it's part of this village's heritage. It's a really loved,
Very
well-loved
much so.
pub, and it died a few years ago, and it's been empty for over a year, and it was really the hub of the village for a long time, and I'm really glad to see your brand back here, and you've done it beautifully, and it's sympathetic to the building, and it's really been, it's really been a massive boost. It's going to be a massive boost to the village, and I love the way
I'd
you
like
just
to think so.
planted it back in here, and it's like you haven't done it with loads of shouting. It's really subtle.
I think it's the whole idea of creating, reinventing a pub, with also to add to it as well a food element of
Absolutely,
it.
yeah.
Okay, where families, a businessman in a hurry, can come. Okay, the village guests can come from the road now and have a pint or
Yeah.
a glass of red wine.
Yeah.
Okay, it's really exciting, and yes, the way we did it, and great credit to Inga, because
Yeah.
really she's so talented and naturally talented.
She is,
and I
yeah.
love the colors, the joy she's able to put
brings joy
into the natural fabrics,
Yeah.
with flower bowls, this fantastic
Yeah.
paper and paints. There's colors, it vibrates.
She brings loads of vibrancy
It's,
to the pub. She's very good. Yeah.
Of course, the roof are quite low, but
Yeah.
I love this kind of discovery when you move from one room to another, different colors, different.
Yeah.
It's a very happy place.
It's very happy, and
And
it's
I
a lovely
think,
journey.
yeah.
I mean, also we're here to try to journey you through. So
Yeah.
you come from the outside, and we bring the outside inside
Yeah,
as well
yeah.
a little bit, to almost help that
Yeah.
journey, to help that harmony, and I think it helps to make you feel more at home.
And actually, what we'll do, of course, is to provide brilliant food, okay? Because I'm very much involved in all the menu with my chef, Clive Fretwell, who has worked with me for 40 years.
Wow.
So he worked as my executive chef at Le Manoir Quête Saison,
Yeah.
okay, for 20 years.
Yeah.
He was my executive chef. He was a young
wow.
boy.
Man and
Now
boy,
he's about
man and boy.
1 meter, 2 meter, double my size.
Wow.
And an amazing man. Okay, so he has my values, and my values are about free range, about quality, it's about freshness, about seasonality. We change the menu for season,
Yeah.
so you have that food, simple but wholesome and delicious, where the businessman in every families can come and celebrate. It's a beautiful village. I didn't know about Pressbury, but it's such a lovely area. It's so close to race course, so
Very
close
good,
to
yeah.
city centre.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I must say, I must congratulate you, because I'm very much in love of gardens. I always
Yeah.
love gardens, and the way you did create that terrace is rather very sympathetic, both to the village, and it's very pretty with lots
Well,
of plants, lots of
Thank you.
trees.
Yeah, we tried to.
It looks lovely.
As I was saying earlier, we've tried to take some inspiration from the National Trust gardens that are around here. So this is where the Cotswolds is all about the greenery and the trees and the gardens. So we tried to pull a little bit of that into this garden, and try and reflect the local scenery, because there's no point in trying to change it. It is
No,
what
absolutely
it is.
not. You want to enhance.
Very sympathetic. We've been trying to be very sympathetic to it, and we already had loads of Cotswold stone here, the slates, lots of natural tree, huge, big, mature trees. So we just wanted to enhance that with a little bit of French design as well. So we've got some chandeliers hanging from the trees, and not here yet. So I've very much been thinking about your French influence and how you bring your French influence into food. I love that as well. And over to your book, how you've tried to blend. So you were talking about the lost orchards.
We lost about 60 to 65% of our orchards. This is
Right.
very orchards. We choose to color every community, every village. Okay, and these orchards have died really, completely abandoned. And I've seen, I remember filming in Percho, in
Yeah, that's not far
Aversham.
from here, yeah.
Not very far from here,
Yeah,
absolutely.
not very
Yes.
far, yeah.
And I saw this cemetery, okay, of yellow plums and the Victoria plums, all on the floor, piled up and unpicked.
Gone to waste.
And really, that immediately, and having had as well beautiful tasting of apples, or British apples, with IHS at Le Manoir, about 40 different apples. I fell in love with this one apple, which is a Cox Orange Pippin.
I was going to say the Cox Orange Pippin,
That
yeah.
was the best apple in the world,
Yeah.
the best, and I still say it.
Yeah.
And more than that, it can do about everything. It can puree beautifully, it can do best tarte tatin, great crumble,
Yeah.
you know, great tarte Mont Blanc.
Yeah.
It purees well, it bakes very well, but the flavors, the aromatics of these apples. So we've lost our apples.
Such a
And when
shame.
you go in the supermarket, what do you find?
Granny Smith?
No,
Yeah.
you will find Jazz, Pink Ladies,
Yeah.
Fuji apples,
Yeah.
you know, Granny Smith. But no, Granny Smith is okay.
Yeah.
But it's not grown in England. It's grown in New Zealand. It's grown in South Africa, in China now. So
Really?
all these fruits are imported from billions of miles away, creating huge carbon footprint. They sprayed at least 60, 70, 80 times with fungicide, pesticide, fertilizers. And all these chemicals go in the ground, in the rivers, in the aquifers, in
just
the
so
air,
wrong. It's just
polluting
so
the
wrong.
environment, and creating soil erosion. But more than that, these apples or fruits are imported so far away, but there's no flavor. It's puppy. And imagine the damage it causes, okay, to the environment.
It's terrible. It's
Okay,
absolutely shocking. And
so
it's-
why on earth we
Yeah.
don't grow our own apples, our own food? It's about time we do.
And we did.
Okay.
We did it all so
Well,
well,
we
didn't
used to. The
Yeah.
Victorians used to be
Yeah.
completely in love with apples. They
Yeah.
used to treat apple like Chateau Yquem.
And like wine, wasn't it?
Absolutely, they all knew, but
What's the
no.
word for an apple taste? A bit of pommery, is it?
Pommery.
I love that word.
Yes, it's a beautiful word.
Yeah,
yes.
it's a gorgeous
Yeah.
word.
So this orchard of 2,500 trees is a tribute really to what we have lost and what we could reinvent if
Yeah.
we as consumer,
Yeah.
be chefs, consumer moms, cooks at home, you know, retailers start to buy British and
Absolutely.
reinvent our orchards.
And change the way we change the way we're living. So
Yes, that's
and I
what.
think, and I think, do you feel? I mean, I think you probably are an early trailblazer in the whole growing your own food, cooking your own food, you know, straight from the ground into the kitchen. And you were doing that 20, 30, 40 years ago.
Very much so, actually. I was the first chef to grow an immense garden.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Because the garden had about 150 varieties of vegetables.
Wow.
So I learned my gardeners to
Yeah.
come to the kitchen
Yeah.
to understand you cook these vegetables. And I have both the chefs in the garden.
Yeah.
So both understood exactly how our food was grown.
Yeah.
But mostly the garden is a canvas on which I grow my gastronomy. Even in the pub here,
Yeah.
basically all of our food is seasonal. You know, we never buy something. We have the same suppliers as the manoir.
Yeah. Oh,
So it's
really?
all the same suppliers:
Wow.
fish, meat,
Yeah.
vegetables. Suppliers with whom I've worked for maybe 30 years.
Yeah.
So people I
It's
trust. So
amazing. I didn't know that we had the same suppliers as the Manoir. That's amazing.
exactly the same.
Wow,
For a long
that
time.
says everything. Doesn't
And
it?
for a long
Quality.
time.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely,
fantastic.
yeah.
Brilliant.
I noticed there's something missing here.
Yeah, what's
It's a
missing?
big Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be Christmas trees. Don't worry,
Absolutely,
we're going big
absolutely.
Christmas.
Yes,
So
definitely.
we're just photographing it now as it's going to be for the website, and
Mm-hmm.
then next week it'll be full on Christmas. So we're going to have some wreaths in here, and Christmas trees and fairy lights. It'll be. Don't worry.
But it looks lovely. It's going to be
Yeah.
such a lovely place because the terrace is fantastic. There's a huge car park. There's a door coming from a local guest to come
There is.
directly in.
That door hasn't been
It's
open
been
for
for 25
decades.
years.
Yeah, at least that. I'd
Yeah.
say. Yeah. So that's
It's
going to be
lovely.
great, and we're really looking forward to it. And thank you very much for choosing our village for your latest venture.
Well, it's a great pleasure, and I think we're very lucky to be here.
Yeah.
Very, very blessed and very lucky to find this beautiful old place and reinvent it and make it really
Well,
beautiful.
I think we're all lucky, aren't we?
Thank you.
Thank
We're all
you.
lucky. Bless you.
Thank you.